Got weak hamstrings? I'm here to help. Alpha Dad Nation, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ben Barker Fitness, the self-proclaimed neighborhood Alpha Dad. When we train in a garage gym, it makes it a little bit tougher to find hamstring exercises. Obviously the RDL and the good morning, but that's an exercise where we're training the hamstring in the lengthened position, and the hamstring is great at flexion, so we need to be training flexion exercises like the hamstring curl. And if you're like me, you probably don't have a leg curl machine in your house, but I'm here to help you today with 6 exercises to effectively train the hamstring curls in flexion at home. Let's get into it. Maybe you're like, Ben, I don't have a sick garage gym at home. I'm here to help you. First exercise, super accessible, the hamstring walkout. Go ahead and spin this hat around. All right, first things first, hop on the ground, go ahead and bridge the hips up, point your toes, and then we're gonna walk the heels out as far as you can, keeping the hips off the ground. When you reach this extended position, you're really gonna feel it in your hamstrings, and then we're just gonna walk it back in, bringing the hips up as high as we can. Mistake number 1 would be leaving the hips down low. We're gonna keep those hips extended as far as we can. It's another function of the hamstrings. Walk it out, brief pause, walk it back in. Great way to train the low back, the glutes, and the hamstrings. I typically train these not for reps, but for time. Try 3 sets of 30 to 45 seconds. You might be like, Ben, why are you devoting a whole episode to 6 hamstring exercises I can do at home? Let me tell you why. Guys, I've been talking a lot about how America is not super fit and how we need to reinstitute the parent race at field days at schools. That way parents are afraid to show up unfit. And hear me out, if there is ever a parents race at your kid's school and you pull up with a hammy injury when you try to win that race, don't come talking to me. I warned you guys. Got to train those hamstrings so when that time comes, you're ready to sprint, you're ready to be the fittest dad at your kid's school. Oh my. All right, guys, number 2 exercise to effectively train your hamstrings at home is the lying dumbbell hamstring curl. Couple keys on these is slow descent till it almost touches the ground, up like 7/8 of the way. And so the key here, it's almost, think of it like a pulse squat. Wanting to keep the hamstrings under tension throughout the entire range of motion. I like 3 sets, 12 to 15 reps. And then I really push that final set for extra reps, maybe like 20. And on that very last rep, bring it down as slow as you possibly can. And you're going to build some beautiful hammies. Leg day is 37% more effective when training in a pair of 5-inch inseams. These are the Ranger Short from Barbell Apparel. Check them out in the show notes. I'd appreciate it. So I wanted to keep the first 3 exercises super practical. Exercise number 1, no equipment, anybody can do it. Exercise number 2, dumbbell. Most people have one of those at home. And exercise number 3, you can either use a medicine ball, a basketball, or a Swiss ball for a medicine ball hamstring curl. Almost everybody has one of those 3 at home. So similar to the hamstring walkouts, so we want to stay hips bridged throughout the movement. So even at the very start of the movement, bring the butt off the ground. Think about the ball under your Achilles. Roll it to your heels. Bring the hips higher. Control it as you extend the legs. Flex the hamstrings. You're going to feel that in the low back, really in the hamstrings, and also in the glutes. This exercise, 3 sets, 15 to 20 reps. As always, on that 3rd and final set, push it for extra reps. And it's going to be a deep burn in the hammies. It's not often that I welcome you into my home, but today's the day. Welcome. This is the Nordstick from Nordstick for a Nordic hamstring curl. Great thing about this exercise is you can train it eccentrically. So lower yourself as slowly as you can, and then you can assist by slightly pushing with the arms. I typically go lower rep on these because these are tough. 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps, down slow, and you can, little push if you need it. Now this is super dope, and think about it. If you're traveling a lot, you just throw this in your bag and you can get a great hamstring workout in your hotel. Think about it. It's easy to get in squats and lunges, lots of quad work in your hotel room. Hamstring work, not quite as easy. Throw this in your bag and you're set. This is from Nordic, not affiliated, but great product. Look at this beauty. Really cool thing about the way they designed this bench is that it's got a little place where you can put in a rubber band to assist. Exercise number 5 is the Nordic hamstring curl on the SquatWedgiez Versa Nordic bench. And this bad boy is a hoss. Guys, this is about as good as it gets when you're really focusing on that slow eccentric. It's a great way to tear down the hamstrings. That way they build up bigger and stronger over time. I go low rep on this. I typically do 3 sets. I'll do 3 to 4 reps with no assistance. Sometimes I'll even do it as a drop set. I'll put 2 5-pound weights across my chest. I'll descend, set down one of the 5-pound plates, come back up, do another rep, drop another 5 pounds, do a rep with just body weight. And then when I start to fizzle out, really cool thing about the design of this bench is they put on a rubber band so you can hold the rubber band, do your rep, and get some assistance on the way up. Guys, do not sleep on this exercise. I would make this investment for your home gym. Yes, I am affiliated. You can put it up against the wall. It stays out of the way. I will put the link in the description, guys. Great investment. Epic way to build up the low back, the glute, and the hamstrings, and basically bulletproof those hamstrings. Bulletproofing really isn't a thing. It's just kind of a cool buzzword, but you will make your hamstrings stronger, more durable, and they're just going to look nice. Do, 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 do. I save this exercise for number 6 because I don't think most people have a cable pulley system on their squat rack in their garage, if they have a squat rack at all. So just to throw this out there, yes, I'm affiliated with Major Fitness. I'll put this in the show description. This is the Lightning F35 folding power rack for your garage gym. Folds into the wall. I have another separate video on that, but I recently got this attachment for leg extensions, and I also just learned how to use it for a single leg curl. So single leg exercises are huge, so we train unilaterally to make sure we're training each leg evenly. Just gonna hop in here. Single leg hamstring curl, y'all. This is epic. So like any other hamstring curl variation, slow descent, flex on the way up, y'all. This is very simple, but it's beautiful because most of us favor one side more than the other when we're doing both legs at the same time. You know, for me, it's my right side. When we go single leg, we're obviously able to focus on one side more than the other. If I know one side is a little bit weaker than the other, I'll typically do an extra rep or 2 on my final set. Like the other exercises, guys, I think legs tend to favor a little bit higher rep on these. 3 sets, 12 to 15 reps per leg. And then on the final set, you just kind of go for it. Y'all, this attachment is sick, and I'm pumped to add this into my leg day tomorrow. 6 exercises that you can add into your routine to get a sick hammy pump. Share this with a dad who needs some better hamstrings. Make sure you encourage some other people along the way. Let's crush some goals. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching today.